Hey, what's going on everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today we're going to be doing a little 4K video test with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. We're going to be testing out both the front-facing camera, the rear-facing camera at 4K 30 frames per second, 4K 60 frames per second, and we'll even be testing out a little bit of cinematic video as well. Now I'm going to let you all be the judge down in the comment sections below and letting me know what you think about the overall video quality when it comes to the cameras on this device. And y'all can also let me know what you think about sound quality as well when it comes to using the internal mics on this phone right here. So without any more waiting, let's go ahead and get this 4K video test started. All right, so starting off with the front-facing camera, recording at 4K 30 frames per second, all handheld, no gimbal or no small handheld tripod or anything like that. Everything is going to be handheld in this video test. Again, 4K 30, what do y'all think? Check out this tree right here. The wind literally pulled it out of the ground. Got my daughter playing. You better be careful, don't hurt yourself, all right? But let's go and do a nice steady walk right here to check out stabilization. Just doing a nice steady walk. And then we'll go ahead and let's take it into a jog here. Let me kind of go down to the sidewalk here. Here we go, a nice steady jog. Woo, sun's a little bit bright today. It's all right. Beautiful day, actually. Let me know what y'all think. There we go. All right, go ahead and pan around here real quick. Again, 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go and take it over to 4K 60 frames per second. And just like that, we are now at 4K 60 frames per second with the sheriff of Riverside County right behind me. Let's go ahead and take it into a nice steady walk here. Check out the stabilization. Of course, the video is going to look a lot smoother at 4K 60 frames per second. Let's take it into a nice jog here. Woo, sun's right in my face. Nice and bright. There we are, there we are. It's going to do a nice pan around here. This beautiful park. What do you think about this park? Nice and beautiful, huh? Again, this is 4K 60 frames per second. Let me know what y'all think. Let's go and take it over to the rear-facing camera. So here is a quick cinematic mode of video test, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Look at how nice it blurs out the background while focusing on these ducks right here. And then if I want, I can put focus on those trees back there by simply tapping it. So it's now focusing on the palm trees in the back. And then I can go back to these ducks right here in the front. Look at that. Really, really nice. Now I will do a full separate dedicated video on this cinematic mode. Again, this was just supposed to be a 4K video test. See if I can focus on this duck. Look at that. Nice. But again, this was just supposed to be a 4K video test. Let's try something, Emma. I want you to look that way real quick. Okay. Let's see if I can focus on the water. Okay, now turn this way. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. All right, let's get back to the 4K video. All right, so taking it over to 4K 30 frames per second on the rear facing camera. Checking out some ducks here. This beautiful lake at the park right here. Look at that, what do y'all think? Not looking too bad here on the viewfinder. Let's go ahead and do a nice steady walk here. Check out stabilization. And then we'll go ahead and take it into a nice jog. Again, this is all handheld. There we are. And then with this rear-facing camera recording at 4K 30, we can zoom in 3 times. And then we can also zoom in all the way to 9 times. Now, of course, you know, quality isn't going to be as good as if we're using, you know, the main 1x lens. But you know, it is there if you need it. And then of course we can use the ultra wide angle lens. Look at that. Just doing a nice steady walk here with this ultra wide angle lens. See what stabilization is like when using it. Looking pretty good, pretty good. Look at the beautiful sky right there. Take it back to the main lens. Again, this is 4K 30 frames per second on the rear facing camera. Let's go and take it over to 4K 60. All right, 4K 60 frames per second on the rear facing camera. Check this out. Getting that super smooth footage. Let's take a look at the ducks here once again with this lake. Again, looking really good here on the viewfinder. Go and just do a nice slow pan. Not too bad. Let's go into a nice steady walk here. The ground isn't exactly flat. I think I just stepped in a hole right now. Let's go in to do a jog. See my shadow there? Doing this all handheld. Going to pan around one more time. Look at the palm trees. Look at that. Now this one, when recording at 4K 60, well, that looks beautiful right there. We can still zoom in 3 times. And that is it. We can't zoom in any more than that. But we can also use, oh, actually we can't. I thought we could. It shows the option right here to be able to use the ultra wide angle lens, but it's actually not letting me choose it. So it looks like we're stuck at 1 times and only being able to zoom in 3 times. So here it is again, 4K 60 frames per second on the rear facing camera. Let's go and check out some night footage. Now, before we continue, I'd like to take a quick moment to give a big thanks and shout out to the sponsors of this video, Casetify. With a beautiful device like the iPhone 13 Pro Max, you're going to want to make sure it stays protected and looks good doing so. Casetify has so many great cases to choose from with unique designs, and you can also customize your own. Now, not only do they have a cool look to them, but they are also going to provide the protection you need for your device. I've done drop tests with both their impact case and ultra impact case, and they both held up great. If you want to check that video out, I'll leave a link down in the description below. These cases are made with 65% recycled and plant-based materials and feature Defensify, which is an antimicrobial coating killing 99% of bacteria to keep you safe from germs. So as you can see, we got a lot of good things going on with these cases right here. And if you find yourself interested in these cases, I'll leave a link down in the description below that will also get you 15% off. Again, huge thanks to Casetify for sponsoring this video. All right, so I have made my way into the night. As you can see here, the sky is nice and dark. I do have a little bit of lighting around me, you know, from the buildings right here and a couple of the street lights, but that's about it for the most part. You know, like I said, it is nighttime. So we're on the front facing camera recording at 4K, 30 frames per second. What do y'all think? I got some motorcycles about to pass me by right now. Woo! Whoa! Woo! They are loud. Trying to record a video here, man, come on. So 4K 30 frames per second. Let me know what y'all think. Just doing a nice steady walk. Let's go into a jog here to see what stabilization is like at night. All handheld once again. Looks a little bit jittery right here on the screen, but we'll have to go back and watch the video. There we go. I'll go ahead and do a kind of like a slow pan here. Beautiful night tonight. Look at that, 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go and check out 4K 60 frames per second. And boom, we are now at 4K 60 frames per second. Whoa, so it looks like it did get a bit darker. It's not as bright as when you record at 4K 30 frames per second. Then again, we are getting that smoother video as well. Definitely looks really dark right here where I am. Let me go ahead and pan around this way, see if we can catch this waterfall behind me. Look at that. Pan real slow here. Let's go and try out a nice steady walk. Check out stabilization at night. I love it here. If you've never been to El Paseo in Palm Desert, California, if you ever visit here, you gotta check it out. Very, very beautiful area here. Let's go ahead and check out a nice jog here. Woo! Getting a little bit chilly. There we are. Let me know what y'all think. Again, 4K, 60 frames per second. Let's go ahead and go over here where it's just a little bit brighter. So we can just kind of see what this looks like. Got this cool little waterfall behind me, or water fountain, I should say. There you go. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments. Let's go and switch it up to the rear-facing cameras. So taking it over to the rear-facing camera at 4K, 30 frames per second. Take a look at that. What do y'all think? Let's go ahead and go for a nice steady walk here. Not looking too bad here in the viewfinder. It's actually looking really, really good. Now I'm surprised I'm not seeing any of that glare from the lens. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to see it a little bit. I noticed that we get some glare from the lenses sometimes if there's a lot of light behind the lens. Let's go ahead and go into a nice steady jog here. There we are. Here's that darker area. See what that looks like. Got that fountain here. I'm actually really surprised how good video quality looks at night. At least here in the viewfinder, it is looking really, really good. Take a look at these palm trees. There it is, 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go and check out 60 frames per second. All right, 4K 60 frames per second. Look at how smooth that is. See, there's the glare I'm talking about. You can kind of see it right there on screen. Look at that. But I'll go ahead and do a nice steady walk here. Looking pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and pan around here. Looking pretty good, pretty good. Let's go ahead and take it into a nice steady jog here. There we go. Let's take it out to the street. See what this looks like out here. Look at that. Go and do a nice pan around. So there it is, 4K, 60 frames per second. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments. So there it is, a little 4K video test with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Look at the time, about to be midnight. I am exhausted, ready to go to bed. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. What you think about the overall video quality? Is this phone something you can see yourself recording your videos with, whether you're using the front-facing camera or the rear-facing camera? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment sections below. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to leave it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.